A most pleasant morning, a most pleasant, what a beautiful morning, what a beautiful day. Folks, it's Wednesday, last week when they already announced about Ash Wednesday. I got one auntie when they Ash, well, in Ashley, but they call her Ash, like, for their short name, like some of my people, they call me Rab, some of they call me Chex, So, Ash Wednesday, and we are 1 week into the, into the Lenten season. And we say good morning to you all once again. My name is Robert Checker Usher, and welcome to the Sugar City Morning Show. As usual, Wednesdays, we always present Orange Walk East, being represented by the Minister, Honorable Elodio Aragon. And the Minister will be here with us this morning to share about the progress, what's happening in Orange Walk East. There is a lot that is happening in Orange Walk East, so it's impossible for the Minister to get everything done and say and share everything with you all in one show. So he always take the Wednesday, put it one side to come and talk to his constituents, that's Orange Walk East, and to the entire country in extension. So we welcome the Minister that will be in here with us. We're talking about Honorable Elodio Aragon. He's going to be here with us this morning. But folks, we must give thanks and pray this morning, and I hold it as my responsibility as well to check on when it comes to the coronavirus. I took it as my responsibility to went through it, and I received some great safety tips that we will be sharing with you all right here this morning on the Sugar City Morning Show. I'm not sure if RC1 is going to be here this morning, but if he comes in, well, he's always welcome. And we are glad to always have RC1 with us, because when it comes to the political side and knowledge and different things that we discuss that we might not have intact, then RC almost have the answer to everything. But talking about the answer, we have to go into glory right now, and we want that special prayer from love from up above. And we say good morning to a friend all the way from San Pedro. Good morning, Delvi.
Good morning, Mr. Checky, and good morning to everyone.
Good to hear you. Good to have you.
Yes, thanks God, and likewise.
Yes, girl. So we're here once again, and we are getting ready to present the Sugar City Morning Show, and you know that the country is in mourning right now. So when you do your prayer, I'd like you to keep that in mind as well, that the country is mourning from the death, not from only from the 4 officers that was there out there protecting our country, but we know that right now they have like a ring of shooting in Belize City, and then we have the big virus coming on. Other people have the other troubles, so let's keep them in mind with this prayer this morning.
All right. Almighty and Heavenly Father, Lord, I come before you this morning, oh God, giving you thanks above all things, Lord, in gratitude for the breath and the gift of life. Lord, this morning I just pray, oh God, for every person who may be listening, Lord, and for those who may not be. I pray, Lord, that your healing hands, Lord, be upon this nation, that your healing hands be upon every person, every soul, Lord, who may be going through a hard time right now, who may be going through a tribulation right now, for the devil, the adversity is very much at work. But you are greater still, oh God. You are still in divine control. You are still ever powerful. And in the midst of all these things, Lord, all the violence, all the crime, the virus, Lord, may your glory be revealed in it all. For in the days of Moses, Lord, with the plague, you delivered your children, Lord, and I believe in the name of Jesus that you are on your way to deliver us, your people. May we be a people, Lord God, who seek you, who find you, Lord, who tug after you, oh God, acknowledging that you are right here, ready and waiting to deliver us. I pray for this entire nation of Belize, oh Lord. I pray for your healing, Lord. For you say if your people call on your name, you will hear. Lord, if we humble ourselves, you will heal this land. Heal this land, oh God, in the name of Jesus. That every person, Lord, may come to see that you are God and you are still in divine control. So I pray that you grant us peace as we go about this day, Lord. I pray that you grant us patience, Lord, and grace to deal with whatever we have to deal with, Lord, acknowledging that you are God, you are still in divine control, and you are making a way where there seems to be no way. I bless your holy name, Lord, and I give you thanks in Jesus' name. Amen.
Amen, 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 and thank you so much, Delvi.
Yes.
It's glad to have you every morning. You lift us up, and that is very good. And I want to commend you for your great talent that you have as well.
Well, to God be the glory, Mr. Checky.
Yeah.
Okay.
So how is the island this morning?
In terms of the weather, it's kind of warm.
Okay.
Kind of warm this morning. So,
Ah.
but it's nice because we still have the breeze to blow and thing.
Okay.
And well, go ahead.
Well, that's nice to know.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It's a nice weather today, not too bad. Not too hot, not too chill, just nice.
Yes, gal. Well, tomorrow is what do you call that? Haruga Gadaru. Tomorrow is Thursday, right?
Yes, sir.
So we know we'll await that special poem tomorrow, right?
Definitely. I always look forward to sharing, so
Yes.
maybe somebody can be
Inspired.
uplifted, inspired.
Yeah. Well, thanks again, Delv, and have yourself a wonderful day, okay?
All right, Mr. Checky, I'll listen to you, and God bless.
Yeah. Folks, that was our sister Delve all the way from San Pedro La Isla Bonita. She says that it's hot in San Pedro. So let's check in with the Belize Met Service now to see what's up with the weather forecast for today. Because you know these days are getting very hot. I believe it was sometime last week we had some little rain coming down. But let's check in with the Belize Met Service and see what the weather is going to be like. We like to say what the weather is going to look like, but what it's going to be like. So let's check in with the Belize Met Service for today, Wednesday. And it's the 4th day of March 2020. Everyone celebrating their birthday today, wedding anniversary, whatever you're celebrating, we'd like to congratulate you. And if there's a remembrance of something sad that has happened to you, just open up and just see the light that is ahead. The general situation when it comes to the weather for today, Wednesday, March 4, 2020, is as follows. Mainly fair, warm and dry conditions to prevail during the next 24 to 36 hours. Then a gradual increase in moisture and instability is to set in as a cold front approaches. The 24-hour forecast generally fair with little or no rainfall that is expected. The winds are blowing east to southeast at 10 to 20 knots. The sea state gust, that's gusted. The sea state is rough. All right, the sea state is rough. There is no special advisories, alerts, or warnings for today, but we can take that on ourselves, right? We can take that on ourselves and make sure that we do all the safety tips, you know. Sometimes we jump on the water taxis to go to San Pedro, to Kikaka, or from San Pedro to Sarteneja, to Chetumal, and other places that these water taxis travel, or you go on a private tour. All these vessels, it has been insured from the Port Authority and the Ministry of Transport that all these vessels, they have their safety lifeguards. So you're asked to put on your lifeguards. Even if the person come and say, okay, if this happen, you put it on, so you drag this, and you come and tell us, sir, can I have one? But I usually they right on your seat or over you, and you put it on. Because you know if something happen and everybody they rush, forget it, or people look for rush for and they trample you, and you know got it on and you drop the water, things might go bad. So prevention is better than cure. Don't worry if anybody look at you differently if you got it on and they don't got it on. All right, so you make sure you got your lifeguard on. Temperatures across the country for today: in the coast 89 highs and 32 low. Right here inland, folks, it goes all the way up to 96 degrees Fahrenheit, 96 degrees in the shade. Remember to drink at least 8 glass of water today. And tonight in the hills, it's going to be 81 degrees Fahrenheit. And for that's today in the hills, 81. And tonight in the coast, it's 78 Celsius, inland 73, and in the hills 76. And a small craft caution remains in effect for gusty winds and locally rough seas. The outlook is seas mainly fair and warm conditions. to continue at first, then isolated showers may develop along the coast and over the south, along with possibly isolated thunderstorms late on Thursday, as we now look at the astronomical conditions. A high tide occurred at 6:41 this morning, followed by a low at 10:45 this morning as well. Another high tide today at 5:05 and a low at 1:06 a.m. tomorrow. And the sun will set today at 6 p.m. and will rise tomorrow morning at 6:07. So 6 o'clock the sun will set. So I got longer days and shorter nights. And the moon will rise today at 1:05 p.m. and set tomorrow at 2:37. Thanks to forecaster Crystal Rosales for that update there coming in from the Belize Met Service. Folks, certainly want to wish you all the best. As we were doing some research on this virus that is going around, we know that the Ministry of Health has embarked on their campaign, and we understand that they will be setting up different rooms at different regions. They have calculated and formed out some different regions. I was made to understand that the Northern Regional Hospital will be having a special area where they will be having these beds in Belize City as well and other parts of the country. But something that is what is really challenging with this coronavirus is that you can have it for as long as 14 to 18 days without knowing that you have it. So these persons that are around you for that time, that can be spread to them as well. So let's say you went to take your test and they are telling you that you had this thing like 2 weeks ago, then all those persons that you came in communication with, you need to check with them or give their names so they can check them to see that if they have that virus, if it has been transmitted from you to them, then you need to wash your hands thoroughly, wash everything in here all the way up to here. If it's okay with you, wash your hands. When you cough, remember, you do it this way. They have masks around that you can use as well. They have the one that to breathe out and the one to breathe in as well. We know that some cases has been confirmed in Mexico, which are very close to us. So we want to ask everyone to be careful, take care of the kids, and if you feel anything funny, don't be ashamed to go and check. Go to your nearest health center and you do that special checkup. It's now 16 minutes after 7 o'clock. At this time, folks, we'll be taking our first break of the morning, and when we come back, we'll be joined by Minister Elodia Aragon right here on the Sugar City Morning Show. So, folks, we take our first break of the morning right here on North Television, Channel 10.
Girl, that about time you reach my house.
Girl, you know how things go. I busy with everything. But how you?
Since my son got married the girl far down the road, I left here with this whole addition to this house, and I don't know where I'm going to do with it. But I think I want to rent it out for tourists stay.
Girl, that what you to do? You to sit on park gold mine. If you want to use it for Airbnb, first thing you have to do, the register with BTB. So call me 227-2420 and ask them how to register. After that, everybody had to call you for rent your place. But that what you to do?
Girl, then you tell me if I call BTB?
Did you know that if you own or operate a tourist accommodation, such as a room in your home for cash purposes to any guest, local or foreign, regardless of its location in the country, or if you're registered or advertising such room or property with any booking engine or marketing platform such as Airbnb, by law, you must register with the BTB. If you fail to do so, you commit an offense punishable by fine or imprisonment. For further information or assistance, please contact the BTB at licensing@BelizeTourismBoard.org or telephone 227-2420. You can follow us on Facebook too.
Have you ever noticed the development that's taking place in your town or in your city? Maybe it's because you've been too busy enjoying the results. More for Belizeans. More for Belize. The government of Belize. Moving Belize forward.
Take a journey with us to endless possibilities. Our future as a country is now. Diginet Boost is countrywide. Taking Belize into the future. Nationwide technological evolution. As the most advanced fiber connection, Diginet Boost is a step forward into a modern world. Belize is powered by Diginet. Diginet Boost, now available countrywide.
Six cylinders to pure potential and better performance.
It looks like it vibrates. You think it could be the horsepower?
With a quart of oil and the calibration of the injectors, it will start to get the watchers again on the street.
We take a motor to its optimal level. We speak machine, Rush France, making the world function. Authorized agent, German Vega & Sons. Telephone number 322-3625. Email germanvega@btl.net.
Notice the residents of rural communities in Orange Walk and Corozal districts. If you value your health and your children's health, you will dispose of your garbage only at approved sites. The disposal of garbage at any other location is illegal, and if caught, you can be fined up to $5,000. If you don't get caught, you can still suffer health impacts caused by these illegal sites, because illegal dump sites harbor pests such as rodents, possums, and mosquitoes that carry diseases. These can transmit those diseases to you and your children. In addition, the garbage you throw away illegally can contaminate water bodies near your community, the same water bodies you might use for recreation or other purposes. Only with your help can the Department of Environment ensure that Belize's development is safe for present and future generations. You can also contact your local village councils or Belize Solid Waste Management Authority for more information. The Department of Environment thanks you for your help.
Our economy benefits when goods and mobile services get to their destination quickly. When citizens are able to travel without frustration and undue hurdles, everyone benefits as well. The government of Belize is happy to announce the imminent upgrades to the Corozal-Sartaneja Road. 27 miles of road will be upgraded to paved standards and will include the replacement of 2 ferries with new bridges.
Why is it that we're going to invest in Sartaneja? Why is it that we have to take $50 million to invest in an area where we do not have a political directorate? We believe that as a government, we have to provide a service to all Belizeans.
Well, this for the village of Chunosh is a big advantage both ways. Sometimes when we got sickness, we got people sick at the clinic there, women. When we reach at the ferry, can't pass, 45 minutes have to wait. So now this road will benefit whole village, Chunosh, Sartaneja, and Copperbank, and part of Progreso too. Well, it's really important for us.
I know that our village is not so much developed with tourism because it's a remote village. And for that reason, we don't have a lot of tourism over there. But now with this upgrading of the road and the pavement of the road, I think that, I believe and I think that it will be much beneficial for us and for everybody.
More for Belizeans, more for Belize, the government of Belize. Moving Belize forward. The San Ignacio-Santa Elena Bypass project is now complete. The transformation began in 2012, and now residents of the Twin Towns and visitors alike are enjoying the end result. Works include the full pavement of Lamalus Boulevard, along with 2 miles of sidewalks and drainage, LED lighting, and a roundabout at the entrance of Santa Elena. The Twin Towns now boast the longest and widest bridge in Belize, immune to flooding from the occasional rise in water levels of the McCall River. A bypass road was also built linking the new bridge to Joseph Andrews Drive, which was rehabilitated, as well as 1 mile of pavement, a median, and 2 miles of sidewalks and drainage. This was all done to the tune of $34.8 million. But that's not all. The project was extended due to savings from the successful execution and implementation of the initial scope of works. Now over 2 miles of additional roadworks will commence, including George Price Avenue, Liberty Avenue, and the George Price Highway between Three Flags and Hawksworth Bridge. The government of Belize, moving Belize forward.
Sugar City Morning Show.
Welcome back to the Sugar City Morning Show, folks. We'll be having Minister Aragon coming up in a very short while. You know, the minister get busy with so many things that is happening, and he has extra responsibility in his ministry as well, because he is the minister assigned to take care of all the day-to-day activities when it comes to the entire ministry. We're not talking of only police, we're talking about the Coast Guard, the BDF, the police department, and the different offices that are there. And then they don't know kind of easy task. And a lot of things you have to deal with. But you know what's happening, folks. The minister will be joining us right here on the show this morning. So, like I say, the minister is very busy and doing all these things that he need to get done, but he always ensure that he makes his time to be here with us every Wednesday morning. So I think we need to take a little time aside now to send out condolences to the family of the fallen heroes or fallen brothers. The first of the funeral was held yesterday, and we also have funeral service happening all the way in Big Falls today for one of the fallen brothers. But we will be discussing that with the minister as well when the minister comes on. So a lot of other things are happening around the country. We like to wish everyone the best, especially all the children, for this Child Stimulation Month as well, because Child Stimulation Month is here. And we saw some kids yesterday visiting different public areas here in our community, and I'm sure it's happening all over the country. So we want to ask drivers out there to please be careful, and parents, I congratulate you all to see some of you going along with the teachers, because the teachers they can't take care of all the kids when they're out on the street, because we know how picnics stand, right? And it's so small when they get the sittings, and they might just get out of the line. But let's keep it up. Also, folks, we got a big activity coming up this weekend, which is the La Ruta Maya. It's one of the big sport that comes up this weekend, and we want to wish all the paddlers, the organizers, and everyone in that, we want to wish everyone the best. It starts on Friday morning from San Ignacio, from they call it from the Hawksworth Bridge, and it goes into Banana Bank, and then on Saturday it leaves Banana Bank and goes to Doublehead Cabbage. That day, Youth Connection Band will be right there jamming all day for you at Doublehead. And then on Sunday, it moves off from Doublehead and go to Barrel Boom, where they have a big celebration as well. And a big culmination happens on Monday, because Monday is a public and bank holiday, and that happens in Belize City. So everyone in the La Ruta Maya, we certainly want to wish you all the best. You know, and we know that there's many teams participating. We have international participation as well. But folks, the minister is here, and you know, Wednesday we usually put aside to have this conversation with the minister. RC1 sends his apologies that he will not be here today. He has some business to take care of, but As soon as he gets free time, he's going to be here. So what we're going to do, folks, we will be taking our second break of the morning. And when we come back, we'll be joined by Honorable Minister Elodio Aragon right here this morning on Norte Vision Channel 10.
The soup not got no taste. I can't even feed it to my dog. It needs no salt. I don't have no salt. I don't have no money. I wonder when this man I get paid. John! I hope you know that down the street they played no bad picnic.
Mom, you know what? I just came from Miss Mary's house and she said she was renting her extra room on air something.
It's Airbnb, John. Didn't you listen to the BTB? Did you know it ad last week on television?
Okay, Mom, Airbnb. But still, we have an extra room and we could rent for extra cash for my new school books.
That's a good idea, John. We'd have to first register it with the BTB. But I don't have time for that right now. I need salt.
But babe, you know something? John is right, you know, we need money, but we need to get it the correct way, so we need to register the room. I wish I know about this before. Let's go, son. Let's go register the room one time at BTB.
But I need some salt. John! Two of a kind.
Did you know that if you own or operate a tourist accommodation, such as a room in your home for cash purposes to any guest, local or foreign, regardless of its location in the country, or if you're registered or advertising such a room or property with any booking engine or marketing platform such as Airbnb, by law, you must register with the BTB. If you fail to do so, you commit an offense punishable by fine or imprisonment. For further information or assistance, please contact the BTB at licensing@belizetourismboard.org or telephone 227-2420. You can follow us on Facebook too.
Everybody wants a clean and healthy family. That's why they purchase the best food products and the cleansing materials. This time, we give you a bigger size of La Costeña products like the mouth-watering fried beans and the pasta sauce. And surely for your clean laundry, we have the breathtaking aroma of Ensueño Max Suavitel. Even your visitors will ask what you clean your floors and restrooms with. And you can boast it is the variety of Pinol products and Sultan Muriatic acid now in 900 milliliters. And much more for the best prices only at German Vega and Sons Imports. We serve you at number 5 San Antonio Road, Orange Walk Town. You can even call us at 322-3625 or 322-2672. Or you can even send us a fax at 322-2571 or email us at germanvega@btl.net. German Vega and Sons Limited, because we care for you.
Motor 5.0, 4 válvulas por cilindro. Todos quisiéramos una. Como que no agarra, ¿no? Siento como que se le pega el balancín. Vamos a darte el aceite que te mereces. Vas a correr como rayo, preciosa.
Los que oímos más allá de las revoluciones, hablamos máquina. Rostrands, poniendo el mundo a funcionar. Agente autorizado, German Vega y Sons. Teléfono 322-3625. Rostrands.
City Morning Show.
Welcome back to the Sugar City Morning Show. It's exactly 27 minutes away from 8 o'clock. By now, we should be live on the East Radio. This morning with us, we have Minister Aragon. And I was telling you earlier that the minister is going to be here. He has more responsibility in his ministry, but he always takes this Wednesday to come and talk to the people of Orange Walk East and an extension to everyone of the country. Minister, I'd like to commend you for taking your time out to be here, and welcome to the show.
I'm sure, Cheke, of course. You know, it's always a pleasure being here on Channel 10, and of course, being here to get a chance to say hi to and to discuss some of the matters and issues that are out there, you know. So first of all, I'd just like to say a pleasant good morning to one and all, wherever you are, whether you're in your home, your vehicle, you know, listening to us via East Radio or watching us on your television via Channel 10. I want to say good morning. It's a pleasure being here. And of course, to all our people out there in the East, you know, I hope you have a wonderful day.
Minister, before going into some of the issues that we need to touch this morning, how is it coming on with you? How are you doing with your new assignment? I know it's much more responsibility.
Well, you know, the truth of the matter is that, you know, we have a senior minister in the name of Michael Perfit, who is overall responsible for the department. They have basically given me a more, I'm not the person directly in charge of the whole ministry, but they have given me a more day-to-day hands-on on the operations in terms of the overall running of the ministry, in terms that I will have a more say, a more direct influence on it. So, you know, that is good. You know, I wish that could have come about a long time ago, because dealing with this whole issue of national security is not an issue that you can deal with overnight. It's not an issue that, you know, and that in a couple of 1 or 2 months things will change. These things take time, and, you know, this year is an election year. So, you know, the time that I have has to be focused mostly on what is happening on the East right now, because it's an election year. But nonetheless, we have the senior minister that is there, and myself that is now a little bit more involved in the day-to-day activities of the ministry. But sure enough, we will be out there doing what is necessary to ensure national security is looked at and here in the country of Belize. But definitely, of course, you know, with people like the minister, whenever they never make you a full minister and you deal with the Ministry of National Security, well, that is not in my...
it's not your call.
It's not my call to make.
Yeah.
But nevertheless, Shaki, we are here and we will make the best of it.
Yeah. No, Minister, we all learn and we know of the tragedy that happened with the 4 officers of the Belize Defense Force. And we saw you at the funeral yesterday in Douglas.
Yes, I was there, and, you know, I wanted us to start off with this because, you know, what can I say except that our deepest sympathies and condolences go to all the families, because this is not only affecting one family, it is affecting all the families, and of course the great numbers of military personnel or people who are in uniform, because, you know, in the Ministry of National Security, in terms of the police, the BDF, the Coast Guard, people know each other quite well because they work with each other. So
it's a big family.
Big family. It's a big family, and it does affect everybody, you know. And so my condolences and sympathies go to the families, especially, and of course to the wider national security family. But of course, yesterday I was in Douglas, and I went there for the funeral of Corporal Yasir Mendes, and, you know, I was out there with the family. Yeah, we had some of the pictures out there, you know, and I will tell you, you know, it is tough. It is tough, and I must commend Corporal Mendes' wife. She's a strong woman. She got up and read the eulogy.
Oh yeah.
You know, that's not easy. I'm telling you, it's not easy, and, you know, she gave a wonderful speech. Yeah, that's when we handed the flag.
What's the significance of that?
It is about showing the next of kin, which is his wife. Basically, we are bestowing on her the flag, the national flag of Belize, as a symbol of that represents, you know, his dedication, his honor to duty and service to the nation of this country.
Okay.
And, you know, so that is a symbolic gesture that is done. And I will say that, you know, being out there, you know, it's really tough. I could see the emotion, I could feel the sentiments in terms of what the family is going through at a time like that, you know, and I think there's no words that can express what that family is going through, you know, and it's tough, and I must say I admire his wife, because she really is a brave, strong woman. She came out, read the eulogy. She stood her ground out there. And, you know, it's tough because at the end of the day, anybody who passes away in your family, you know, you feel it. Yes. And in this case, you know, he's leaving behind, I think, 2 kids, 2 young kids, and of course his wife, his mother, his father, and other family members. So it was tough. It's a tough thing. I tell you, I couldn't imagine it. I wouldn't want to imagine that on anybody, but it is really hard. And, you know, I was out there representing the government, representing the Prime Minister, and of course all our Belizeans, you know. And it's heart-wrenching, you know. I mean, these kinds of things. And this was the first funeral we had of the 4 members of the BDF that succumbed in that accident, in that crash. And definitely, I think this morning in Big Falls, in Toledo, we have Corporal Choco. That is also being buried today at 10 o'clock. The senior minister is out there for that. Okay. And then tomorrow, we have in Corozal for, I think it'll be for Mr. Ramirez.
Right.
And then on Friday, we will be in Belize City for Mr. Baiza. You know,
all these funerals will be official as the one yesterday?
Yes, official. You know, it is sad these people died in the line of duty, and they are getting their how would I put it? You know, they are getting their full honors in terms of their funerals. You know, but it is so tough, man. I tell you, because you must understand the impact in terms of not only the personal lives of these people, you know, their families, etc.
Yeah.
It has and will affect the BDF likewise with the air wing. You know, these were the best of the best the air wing had to a large extent, and so definitely it is tough. And my condolences and most sincerest sympathies go to all the families. You know, and I don't know, like I tell you, Checky, the truth of the matter is, you know, I have no words to tell these people. It's tough, you know. It's very, very tough.
Do you know if these families will be receiving any compensation?
Yes, definitely. I think at this point they received a check on hand, and likewise, I think they will be getting the gratuity in terms of, I think, payment as long as they have young kids, etc. No, I don't really know the full details of the BDF compensation package. Pension. Yes, they will get pension in terms for their kids, no, and things like that. But to what extent, at this point in time, Checky, I don't have all the details because I'm not too familiar with the BDF.
Well, Minister, this is something that the whole nation is mourning. But I was surprised to see a post that came on Facebook. Maybe you don't see it. It came from some Omar Silva. I think he used to be a police press officer sometime. And this is what he said. He's referring to the funeral that happened yesterday. It says here, even the drug cartel had representation at the funeral. He said El Zarate and some Agua del Pito. He said Vega dressed in the color of innocent, but blood in their hands. You know, to be sharing these type of messages when people are mourning, you know?
Yeah, it's, well, you know, like I said, you know, it's just sad, you know, a lot of people go to Facebook and put things out there, which to me, some of it is just waste of time in terms of the kind of things that are negative and all of these things that, you know, we don't need. But, you know, we're dealing with human beings, and people put what they want on Facebook. Facebook is not an official news entity or anything like that, you know. It's I would want to call it a medium for gossip, etc. So... But definitely, and you know, to add to this, you know, these funerals are taking place as of yesterday, and throughout the course up to Friday, and the flags, the national flags, are flying at half-mast. And I would just wanted to explain something. From the moment this incident occurred, and you know, we had members of the BDF who had passed away. Orders were given for the BDF flag to fly half-mast. There is protocol in terms of when the national flag is flown half-mast, and for that, the Prime Minister had to give an approval, a permission or approval for a period or a day of mourning. And so he had issued that, and since that was issued, then all flags countrywide were to be flown half-mast, and I think that is what has occurred. But there's a protocol for these things to occur. It is not a matter that you just bring it down just like that, you know. And I just wanted people to understand that, because I think a lot of people said, well, the flag's not gone down since last week and this and that, but there's a a procedure for these things to
that directive
take
needs
place.
to
come down
Yeah.
and stuff like that. You know, when you have members of the police die, well, the commissioner gives the order for the flags to be flown half-mast in terms of the Belize Police Department flag. But when it comes to our national flag, these things have to come from up there. There's
that's
a flag etiquette
right
and
there
things like that.
flying, right?
Yeah, right.
So
and
when it's a half-mast, Minister, I mean like if they're like half and
halfway,
pole?
yes,
Halfway,
half mast.
okay.
You know, this is a roundabout in Orange Walk. I asked Public Works, I gave them the flags, and I asked them to do me the favor to go and remove, because I think the flags were all there likewise, and I asked them to put the new flags and to fly it half mast, no. And then I also asked them that after Friday, when all of this is done, for them to return the flags to its full position. But that is the situation thus far, and I just wanted to highlight that because I think it is important for people to understand. You know, again, you sip on Facebook, all kind of things.
Since you're on this subject, Minister, is there any currently investigation going on?
Yes, and I think it is important we highlight these things. You know, of course, you from when this incident has occurred, where we had this helicopter accident or whatever you may call it, crash, you know, you have a lot of speculation out there in the media. One thing I will say is that an investigation is being done. You know, definitely we need to find out exactly what happened out there, if the helicopter was brought down, if it crashed, what was the deficiency, or what was the fault, was it mechanical, was it otherwise, you know.
Right now we don't know, right?
Right now we don't know. What I can say is that we have experts that have come in from the U.S., people who are deals with helicopters and all of these things, into these crash flight incidents investigators. And so they are down here along with our personnel, and they are looking into these things. Every single scrap in terms of piece of this helicopter has been brought to Price Barracks. And this is where the investigation is ongoing right now. So, and definitely, like I know we have had on the Facebook and elsewhere where people are saying, oh, this and that. At the end of the day, the investigation will show all of these things. Because I think one of the things, and I think it is important to highlight, is the fact that people will say, well, the helicopter went missing for 24 hours or thereabouts. The situation is this, is definitely, and every military personnel will tell you that, of course, these air assets and any asset out there, whether it's human resource or otherwise, you keep a communication with these people on a constant or routine basis, you know. And all of these things will come out to light. You know, if there's anybody who was derelict of duty or somebody who fell at the wheel, all of these things will come out. Because, you know, but it is a process that has to be done, an investigation. Right. Statements have to be recorded from people, you know, who was responsible to maintain this communication. All of these things will have to come out.
And we need to realize too, Minister, because people said at 2 a.m., but officers are 24 hours on their duties, right?
Yes. So, you know, matter, I in terms of whether it be 2 or 4 o'clock, I mean, that's just one thing that the investigation will bring out, what time that helicopter departed. Because I'm sure they must have entries that are made out there. Yeah. You know, just like the police mobile departs base, an entry must be made. There are protocols in place, and wherever who is at fault in terms of not having followed those protocols, then we have to hold accountable. At the end of the day, the investigation will show these things. And like I tell people, there's no conspiracy to cover up anything out here. You know, of course, maybe there has been a delay in terms of that communication with the chap and all of that, and that will be highlighted. As far as I'm concerned, that should come out. My thing is that there's a lot of people who come out there with and just blurt out things, whatever. Oh, the chopper was gunned down. But if it was gunned down or that, we will know. Yeah, leave because that to of the investigation, it will come out. And if it is gunned down, then what? It is something that it would be a sad reality, wouldn't it? Right, so, any day the investigation must be carried out for us to find out. But from what I can say is that from the impact of that helicopter, there was, you know, the chances of these guys having survived right after is next to none because of the impact.
The helicopter.
Impact, how it crashed and all of that, you know.
That's a heavy object as well.
Yeah, once that dropped, it dropped. But, you know, it was tough. And so, like I always, and I want to tell the public out there, an investigation is being carried out. At the end of the day, we will have that, and you know, and people will be presented with the findings of that.
Okay. Well, Minister, we need to take a break because we know you have your agenda that we'll be going through this morning. It's already 12 minutes away from 8 o'clock. Minister Aragon, Robert Checker Usher, live on the East Radio and also right here on North Television Channel 10. Folks, we'll be taking a break and we'll be back after these messages right here on North Television Channel 10.
And we also asked Fonseca about a recording secretly made of former party leader John Briceño when he was putting Fonseca on serious blast. So we asked Fonseca about it today.
John Briceño, he has gone mad. We really have to sit back and reflect on what he's saying. Launching this tirade, this attack is absolutely disgraceful and difficult to understand. But the truth is, in any other country, with a few exceptions, had them made such outlandish statements, this man would be forced to resign, to demit office immediately.
"2019 was a milestone year for overnight tourist arrivals in Belize. There were over 500,000 overnight tourist arrivals, a new record for Belize. Over the past decade, Belize's overnight tourism sector has grown by more than 100%, increasing from 241,000 in 2010 to just over 503,000 in 2019. The National Sustainable Tourism Master Plan set a goal to achieve 556,000 overnight stays by 2030. With 10 years to go, we've already achieved 90% of this goal. This success can be attributed to aggressive marketing initiatives, new international flights, and working closely with local and international agencies and partners. The BTB thanks our tourism stakeholders for your role in this remarkable achievement. Together, we will continue to grow Belize's image as the best destination in the region.
Someone come, yes, someone coming, let's go. Sa. Fastest question of the day, what you the letter?
Who sent me the letter?
That sign right there, you can't read?
Well, make I tell you something. In this here community, everybody dump here, so me just dump my garbage right here.
So if somebody jump off a bridge, you do it too?
Oh man, no.
You never know that littering is an environmental crime and Department of the Environment can charge you for that?
Why is that a crime?
Because you pollute the same environment you live in, dirtying the same land and water you use. You don't even know that you dumping garbage can make you and your family sick by attracting disease-carrying pests, and the Department of the Environment just to try help we take care of the environment.
So all of that? Well, now that you put it that way.
Thanks for your 5 cents, brother. That's 5 cents question of the day.
This message is brought to you by the Department of the Environment.
Look at the people leading the PUP anti-corruption charade. The $3 million man, who the U.S. Ambassador Dieter wrote to Washington about credible reports that he accepted a $3 million bribe for an oil contract, which he used to purchase his cable company. The malignant tumor, who diverted tens of millions of dollars sent from Venezuela for medicine and housing for the poor to settle his friend's private UHS debt. Mr. 666, who while he was Minister of Education, over $666,000 meant for scholarships to poor students was diverted to friends and cronies. Even a 4-year-old got thousands of dollars under this scam. Baby Toomer, who is the principal in the company that received $3.5 million for a piece of land close to the Philip Golson Airport. Belize, these are the leaders of your new PUP.
Welcome back to the Sugar City Morning Show. Minister Aragon and Robert Cheque Usher with you on this lovely, beautiful Wednesday morning. Folks, our line is open at 302-2170. That's 302-2170. You can send your text message at 600-5769. Minister, when we were here last week, we mentioned a little bit about the Child Stimulation Month, but it came to reality, and Monday was very colorful around the town and the entire country of Belize with all the little kids marching.
Yes, I think their team Hug Me, Listen to Me,
Yeah.
Read with Me, Help Me Grow
Yeah.
is a very good team for this year. And I think, every year we have the Child Stimulation Month, and it's in March. And I will say that, I think it is a very important time. It is a very important month to highlight the need for early childhood education, because at the end of the day, that is the core of this Child Stimulation Month. It's about being able to look at our kids. The youngest, I think, ranges from 0 to 8 years old, or 1 to 8 years old, in terms of letting people understand the importance of early childhood education. I know there was an event on Monday, the day before, which is Monday, at the park, and we had representation from all the preschools in Orange Walk out there. And it was a great honor for me to be there. I just give the little opening remarks there. And as you can see, we had a lot of schools represented out there with the kids. Very important, and I want to big up and salute all the teachers, all the parents, and every single person who has a hand in terms of early childhood education. Yes, Ozzy was out there as a surprise, and the man really doing a good job. He riled up the crowd, The kids loved him. I think the man did an excellent job out there, And it was a good day. The weather was fine, and after that they had a parade where the kids paraded, and I think the weather was a blessing.
Yes.
For them, not too hot. It was just overcast and a good breeze. So that was a good day. But the importance, Cheque, in terms of this Child Stimulation Month cannot be overemphasized. The reality is that our children at that age, they're like a sponge, and we need to influence them. We need to impact on their lives positively. And so when I read the theme, which was Hug Me, Listen to Me, Read with Me, Help Me Grow, I mean that you can't get it deeper and more direct than that, because I will tell you the truth. A lot of our kids, if you look at the situations that are occurring in Belize City, and I attribute to a lot of what is happening in Belize City because of the fact that they are not getting good parenting. And I'll be real with that, because these kids need time. They need how would I put it, your time. They need efforts to be made in terms of trying to give these kids, the love, that they deserve. In terms of this way, you call Hug Me, you want to be able to, you have to show that love. You have to be able to take time to listen to these kids, listen to what they have to say and talk to them and guide them. When you read with me, that means you're there as a comfort, as a reassurance, as a shoulder for them to lean on. So, and you have to help them to grow. That means you got to be a positive impact in the lives of these kids. And when I look at our demographics across this country, throughout most of our communities, especially in the north and west, etc., south, you have our kids. I mean, parents are really there for their kids,
Yeah, true.
They carry them at school, bring them at school, make sure they get fed, clothed. They are right there. If they're the last penny you spend it on your child, because you want them to have the best. They are caring for these kids, and that is a very important aspect. And I think in Belize City, I think we want to see more of that. I'm not saying that they don't do it. Of course they do it, but we want to see more of that, We want to see where because at the end of the day, listen to me. When you guide your child right, you know, and you don't, I not say that sometimes they will go astray, you know, but at the end of the day, for the most part, the upbringing of these kids, the kind of love you show them, the guidance you give them, being a part of positive impact on these child's life means a lot and goes a long way in our
but
community.
we as parents as well, Minister, need to show that example as well,
Exactly, exactly. That is what I'm getting at, Checky, because yes, we could talk about it. Every year we talk about Child Stimulation Month and the importance, but how many of us as parents, and I'll be one of them, will tell you, listen, even me have to reflect and say, man, I have to give more time to my kids. Because, you know, we get so busy at times working to try to ensure you get things here, do that for provide for them and the other works that you have to do. So it becomes a challenge. But we must, if we talk about Child Stimulation Month and the need for us to be an active role model for our kids, then we have to find the time.
Right.
And parents must find the time, and we'll be real. There are parents out there who could give a damn about some of them kids.
Yeah, once they know
They don't know when the kids gone, then left it up to the teacher for growing kids. Listen, these are some of the breakdowns in our family units that contribute to crime, that contribute to this child having a difficult time when he grows up in our communities. And I do and sincerely believe that the best time you could take care of that child and show them the right way and guide them is when they're young. When they don't get old, you try to go talk to them and picnic where don't turn big man and you want to try to change that. You can't or impact that. He is what he is. Exactly.
Minister, you know the water that tree, and that tree they grow up and that tree start to get dead. No care how much water you put on that tree again, and never come back, right?
Yeah.
So you have to start early.
Exactly. So I think it is that Child Stimulation Month is very important. I really look at it at the point that, you know, not only as a parent, because I'm a parent, I have 3 kids. And I know we have to give time, and sometimes I don't give the kind of time that is necessary, you know, but at least I got my wife where she does, you know, and I do think that at the end of the day, families must look to it to ensure that we reach out to our kids and be there for them fully. And because at the end of the day, these children will grow into the adults of this community, you know.
And you want
if
them to
we
grow
not
up
grow
and
them
to
the
see-
right way, then we'll have issues in our community.
Yeah, you want them to grow up and to see you as that father figure for them, right?
That's
so you
right.
Need to be there.
That's right. We have to be there.
That program is put together by the Ministry of Education, right?
Right. The Ministry of Education puts this together, the Child Stimulation Month, and it is not something only, I think it is not only nationally, but internationally likewise. It is recognized as an important month for child stimulation, and it lends itself to early childhood education. So when you send your child to preschool and things like that, it is to get them prepared, you know, about helping them to grow. And I do think that it is very important, and parents must take it seriously. You know, and that is why when I go out there and I see all the parents out there with their child, whether they be, and especially when you see man, because some people feel they want to stereotype this and say, oh, that's for the woman. No. When I see the males out there, I feel very proud, because you know what? Everybody has a significant role to play. Whether you're the male or the female in the house, you must be there for your kids. And I definitely want to big up everybody, every single parent that came out there, every single parent that does this. They not might highlight it or talk about it, but they do. And those who do, I'm telling you, you are playing a significant role in that child's life, because check it, there are kids out there who don't get this kind of benefits. You know, they don't get that kind of nurturing. And those are the kids that eventually end up
they go wrong.
And it's sad, because you know what, you give them what you love. You know, everything that they say in this Child Stimulation Month theme is very, very pertinent, and it is important, because listen to me, at the youngest age, these children need guidance. You know, they have to begin to formulate their attitudes and behavior. So you need from early to begin to help that child grow into the kind of person we would love him or her to be in our communities. So very important. I was out there and I felt very, very glad to be out there for that, and to see all our kids out there, all the preschoolers, all the educators. You know, it is important. It is important, and we can't overemphasize it. And to add to that, Checky, at the end of this month, we are trying to organize a movie night at the end of the Child Stimulation Month for the School of Louisiana and Palmar. And Adventist, the ones in the East, we're going to try to organize a movie night for them. So that is already in the making, but we will talk more about that as we progress now.
Yeah, no, Minister, we're talking about that. You're busy, you're there wrong to do your work, but is there any new development in Orange Walk East?
Yes, of course. Like I said, definitely right now, I think we could highlight that we have the big and the small, and definitely
everything counts, you know.
Everything counts, and I think it is important, you know, because we keep people engaged, we keep people involved, and I think that is so important. Right now, like I don't know if I mentioned it last week, if we may get chance, I don't remember, but we have basically working on garbage drums right now, and this is just to kind of help clean our area. We have some of the pictures where we had the East Committee come out and support. They painted the drums, you know, and right now we have these drums that will begin to start to go out as of this Saturday and Monday. We'll be here, you know, so the people got together so we could come out and begin to distribute these drums across the Orange Walk East constituency, you know. And I'll tell you, with you know, the committee really put in a lot of work in terms of getting the drums, painting the drums, and you know, I'm there putting on the stickers. Get some very good stickers and highlighting it and putting them out there.
These drums are very important, Minister.
Yes, man.
But how can we change the culture to encourage persons to throw the garbage inside the drum and not on the street?
It starts from very young. We have to teach them. We have to,
Like
you
what
know,
we're talking
child.
about,
Exactly.
right?
All of these are attitudes and behavior.
Mhm.
You know, so it's very important. But you know, I think by having the means or the accessibility for garbage to be properly disposed of in these drums, you know, I think will go a long way. It will help towards people say, you know, I can hold this paper down the road and I don't want to
Right.
jump it up there and I drop it there.
Right.
And so this is just a start in terms of what we will be putting out there.
So these drums are placed in the Louisiana area?
Yeah, we'll be placing them out there and stuff, you know, and it goes to assist, and of course, you know, it makes our committee very active and involved with the community. So that is what we are doing. That will start, like I said, this Saturday, and of course we progress up to Monday. We'll be out there doing that. But these are very small and minor stuff as far as I'm concerned, in terms of people might say, well, how much that costs? It costs, but it not cost a whole heap of money. It is more about getting our East Committee engaged with the community,
But it's there for
and
a
doing
very,
something.
for
So
a very good cause.
very
as
good
well.
cause, exactly. You know,
No
and-
matter
and-
how much it costs.
yeah, exactly.
It's for a
And I
good
think it
cause.
will go a long way. We have a lot of jobs we are working on. And I you know, I look on the East Committee and say, guys, we're not going to work cut out, because it takes time, you know, because
Yes.
it's not only check it where they give you the drum. It is about where they're putting it on 2x4s
installing
and
them.
stuff, installing them, planting them for people so that, you know, they last longer and things like that, you know.
These
so.
will be placed on people's property, or
Well, we are looking at key areas in the town, in the east, that I think is important for them to be placed. And also, if people ask us for it, we are giving it to them too.
Okay.
No problem, you know.
all right.
Right.
Good work.
Yeah. So those are the things we are doing. But the big things, Cheki, that I would like to highlight is that at this point in time we are finalizing with the groundbreaking for the Orange Walk Louisiana Government School new building that they will be receiving. Works already underway in terms of the discussion with the people from the Social Investment Fund, the SIF. I have Mr. Noble, who is our public relations officer, looking into that. So I think that tentative date is being set for next 2 weeks, where we'll have the groundbreaking ceremonies at the Louisiana
So the
Government
project
School.
is approved already?
Yes, approved already. Funds are there and everything.
Let's get this call, Minister. Hello, good morning, Sugar City Morning Show. Muy buenos días.
Oh, buenos días, quiero darle gracias a Elodia Aragón, porque es el único que da la cara. Queríamos saber qué va a pasar con Gaspar Vega. Se está escondiendo y no vemos nada de él, solo vemos que él va a correr, pero nada. ¿Qué está pasando? Muchas gracias y buen día.
Okay. Yeah, so that is a very good move to see that this building will be for what? For what standard?
This will be for the primary school, right, at the Louisiana Government School. Now, this building has been in the making for quite some time. I remember about 2 years ago, I came around, we had a tour with the Deputy Prime Minister at that time, Patrick Farber, and we visited the Louisiana Government School, and I think we visited the Technical High School. And a lot has been done since we visited that school. We saw the condition, etc. We made an appeal. And at the end of the day, I was in cabinet. I remember quite well when no funding. They were going through the SIF projects at that time, and funding was not made available for Orange Walk. It was made available, I think, for Cayo and some other place, but there was an issue, I think, in Cayo, one of these places, and so that funding was there, and I spoke to the Prime Minister and Cabinet, and I asked them, listen to me, we have Louisiana Government School. I don't see how those were never a part of these things, because, you know, SIF has its ways and based on whatever they do. But anyway, at the end of the day, we were able to successfully lobby. I was able to successfully lobby for this building here at the Louisiana Government School, which is a project that will cost anywhere between $1.2 to $1.4 million. Wow. This is a two-story building. And since we got that approved by SIF in terms that it was going to be done in Orange Walk, there's a process there to have consultation, a whole series of things. All of that is now over to a large extent. I think the bid has already, or is in the final process of being approved. And once that is done sometime this week, I think, or next week, officially, I think then we will have the groundbreaking ceremony. So we are coordinating with them. And as soon as that is finalized, I will let you all know, because we want to invite the whole public to come out there for this groundbreaking. It is a remarkable thing because it is a two-story building that will serve this Louisiana Government School tremendously. It will serve the community tremendously there. So, you know, and give that more needed space for our students at that institution, you know. So and I feel very good about that, Cheki, because Louisiana is the heart and soul of the East, you know, so in terms of the biggest school.
Do we have overcrowded classroom? And
This will definitely help for us to have a better institution in terms of a better, more classrooms, you know, and things like that. So it will definitely go along. And so we are in coordination for that groundbreaking ceremony. Also, we have to, Mr. Noble, I have tasked him, he's also in coordination with SIF, the Social Investment Fund. I think last 2 weeks we came here and talked about Santa Marta.
Right, yeah. That's for the preschool. Huh?
Yeah, and I was there last year, I think late last year, we had a meeting with the community, and along with SIF personnel, I think that was late last year. And at that discussion, a part of us being able to get the preschool, which again I had lobbied for that's preschool because it was terribly needed in Santa Marta. And I could tell you this because I know the history. And I've always mentioned it when we had the board building, the new preschool that like Carmelita had gotten a building from there was being sent to Corozal, and I had to fight for that and said, well, you know, send it to Santa Marta. Santa Marta doesn't have. So they ended up sending it there. But now we continue to lobby through SIF, and we were able to now get this new building, new preschool, state-of-the-art preschool that will be built there. And I think that runs in the sum of maybe about $350,000 or more for this preschool in Santa Marta. So a part of the meeting we had with SIF last year, part of it was that the community had to come up with at least a percentage of the work. And so we had discussions with SIF, and a percentage of that work would entail, we decided that, you know what, we will fold the area in the school compound because there was a little low area. And that is the area we wanted to put the preschool. So we were tasked to fold it, etc. And I made the commitment as a representative that I would get that done. And this is the area that we are talking about, Santa Marta. We dumped a lot of trips of material there. And of course, we were able to level it up and everything and compact it.
So that will be on the same grounds where
where the school is, where the government school is in Santa Marta. So we have done our part. The villagers have to a large extent done their part now through what we have done here for them. And so now SIF is ready to come in and build the preschool.
Okay, so we're looking at Santa Marta preschool, and we're looking at additional classroom at Louisiana.
And these are great things because, you know, Santa Marta is very remote, and I think they do truly need a preschool. And education, to me, is of the utmost importance because that is where we work towards building the foundation of every child that goes to school. So it is very important for me, and I feel very good about that. And again, that is a SIF project that is being done through the Social Investment Fund. And so we are coordinating with them now for these groundbreaking events. And of course, we have the police station that we need to do likewise. Like again, as far as I know, the bidding process is going through. And as soon as we finalize that, then we will begin to work on the groundbreaking ceremonies for that in Carmelita. So
things are happening.
Yes, man, very good. And I feel very good about these because these are not $10,000 or $20,000 or $100,000. We are talking about significant amount of funding. The Louisiana Government School, the 2 buildings up there is anywhere between $1.2 million to $1.4 million.
But it's a
the
work.
preschool is over $350,000. Yes, they go a long way, and that is what I'm glad for. And of course, you know, you have the police station, which is about maybe over $500,000. We have the other. I think we have to yet get word in terms of the new high school when that will. There's a process in all of these things. So as soon as this process is developed, we will look at it for the groundbreaking ceremonies that we would like to see.
So hopefully we'll have a high school in Orange Walk East.
Yes, in Orange Walk East, you know. So we are very enthusiastic about all of these things, and like I said, we continue to work, and I feel very good about these things, you know.
Have you finished with the painting of the bus stops?
Yes. Basically, those in the east that we know, unless we miss one or two there, then we have painted all of them, no? And we have some pictures that we could highlight. I had this one bus stop in front of Zeta, Wessel Butane. It is that bus stop is painted red and white. It is because the people said that the bus stop is on their land, and they want it red and white. They don't want it no other color.
Yeah, that's the one.
Yeah.
A little bit after the 24 gas station.
No, this is right in a town, man, coming into right front of Zeta. Zeta or Belize Gas, I believe.
Oh, Belize Gas.
Yeah,
okay, Belize Gas.
Yeah, so it's right in front of that. You know, but nothing major. Yes, that was on. These are small bus stops, but we just, like I said, the small project was just to retouch them with paint, etc. So they look really appealing and decent. So we have done that, and we did that. And like I said, these are small things, you know. But I also think that despite being small, they uplift the community and the area. So that is what we did, you know. And definitely this is the bus stop in Carmelita, if I'm not mistaken, or Palmar, the part where Palmar or Demboy Megano the last time. But we have painted them green and white, all of them except for the one that I told you.
The people don't want it red and white because they're
and they said, okay, so they asked that be done. So we did that for them. And I think the one, all the ones up the road we have touched.
What's the importance of upgrading these?
I think it just gives the community a little pride, because when you go there and they all mark up and graffiti up, it doesn't look too well.
It look dangerous.
Yeah, so you know,
I think that is Carmelita, no?
Yeah, I think so.
Looks like Carmelita.
Yeah, so you know, we have touched that up, and that small thing, just only paint, forgive it, only color.
Something,
life, you know, nothing major. Nothing major, but to me it goes a long way for community. And I think the big projects and the small projects go hand in hand, you know. And definitely, you know, we feel good about these things because I think it lends itself to people going there, you know, you feel that it's a secure area in terms of that,
yes,
you know.
Yes, you feel more comfortable to sit down the wait palm bus. Minister, it's exactly 60 minutes after 8. We'll be taking a break, and we'll be talking about the special sitting of the House of Representatives, which is scheduled for tomorrow.
Sure,
but we need to take a break, folks, right here. Minister Aragon, Robert Cheque Usher, right here this morning on the Sugar City Morning Show for this beautiful Wednesday morning. And we're also live on the East Radio. Want to say a big shout out to all the listeners of the East Radio this morning. Remember, our line is open at 302-2170. You can call in and express your views to the minister this morning. So let's take that break, and we'll be right back right here on North Television Channel 10.
Cylinder powerful engine disguised as an aluminum alloy that spins at 8,000 revolutions per minute.
Goes like this. You think it's a turbo?
No, with a cleaning of injectors and a change of oil, you will run more efficient, my friend.
For those who understand the engine like it talks to you, we speak machine. Rush France, making the world function. Authorized agent, German Vega & Sons. Telephone number 322-3625. Email germanvega@btl.net.
The sunny days are here, and whether it's for a picnic or in your kitchen, you need the meat. Gillette's Meat Shop proudly offers a variety of juicy cuts such as processed meats, ham, bacon, salami, longaniza, and sugar cure ham, just to mention a few. Enjoy our meats in beef, pork, and mutton. So for that healthy cut your family enjoys, visit us at number 18 San Antonio Road in Orange Walk from Monday to Friday, 7 a.m. to 12 p.m. and 1:30 p.m. to 6 p.m. Saturdays 7 a.m. to 12:30 and 3 to 5 p.m. Sundays 8 a.m. to 11:30 a.m. Place your orders at 322-3486 or 322-2175 or even 610-4061. Send us an email at derekgillett31@gmail.com. Gillett's Meat Shop, fresh and processed meats.
Ay, qué rico.
El mismo PUP que tú estás hablando, el mismo PUP, ese es el cáncer del PUP que estás hablando, que debes de hablar, ese cáncer que tenemos. Ese es el cáncer que tenemos que cumplir en este país. Ese cáncer que quitaron y robaron millones y millones y millones y millones y millones de dólares de la gente. Esto dice un poquito de dinero. Millones, tens of millions of dollars.
Where are those millionaires? Those people that get millions of dollars over the 10 years when we were in government. Where are those people that benefited? Millions of dollars that could keep on years, but they don't call those names. They need to bring money back to the PUP. Money to restore people's United Family. That money does not belong in foreign bank accounts.
The Philip Goldson Highway between Belize City and the Philip Goldson International Airport is getting a major facelift to the tune of $31.5 million. Section B of the highway upgrading project between Haulover Bridge and the Buttonwood Bay Boulevard roundabout is underway at an investment of $21 million. Works consist of the full rehabilitation of the road to paved standard, which includes the widening of the road to 4 lanes, lined sidewalks and drains, wide shoulders, median, and parking, plus a bus lane at designated sections of the road. LED road lighting will be installed along with road safety features such as signs, reflectors, and road markings. The project will also facilitate in the improvement of underground infrastructure for the public utility companies. The Government of Belize, moving Belize forward.
Yes, come in. Why, Sean?
Joe.
Long time no see. How is everything?
Everything is good, man. What's the latest with you?
Man, everything is good. Business is flowing. I can't complain. As a matter of fact, I'm working on a new project. Thank God you're here. Let me show you the plans. Alright? These are the plans for my 5-bedroom, fully furnished apartment complex. When I tell you fully furnished, AC, hot and cold, Wi-Fi, you name it, I have it. Right? And I want to market this on Airbnb.
All sounds nice, but have you started your paperwork already?
Which paperwork?
Joe, don't tell me you don't know. For you to market or rent any type of rooms, you have to register with the BTB, bro. It's in the law book.
Wow, really, Sean? I never knew that. You know what? I finished all of my work for today. Make we go to BTB one time, go deal with this paperwork, and then after that, go take on Lee 1 too.
Alright, cause I thirsty, but make we go to BTB first.
Make we go.
Did you know that if you own or operate a tourist accommodation, such as a room in your home for cash purposes to any guest, local or foreign, regardless of its location in the country, or if you're registered or advertising such room or property with any booking engine or marketing platform such as Airbnb, by law, you must register with the BTB. If you fail to do so, you commit an offense punishable by fine or imprisonment. For further information or assistance, please contact the BTB at licensing@BelizeTourismBoard.org or telephone 227-2420. You can follow us on Facebook too.
Would you support a thorough audit of the 21st century Lands Department?
2008 right up to 2016.
Audit from 2000 to 2016.
acres in Tiger Creek, 3,000 acres, 0.961 hectares, Jaime Briceño, John Briceño, 827.84 square yards to John Briceño, 5.4 acres to John Briceño, and Jaime Briceño, 20 acres in Progreso to John Briceño. to John Bresenio again, 6 acres with Progressive, the all of Progressive Gawi, 20 acres freehold to John Bresenio, in the river, to Eligio Bresenio, Eudaldo Bresenio, and Graciano Bresenio, 525 acres of land, 98 of left, 48 acres, Bresenio, Graciano Bresenio, and Eudaldo Bresenio.
World-class spaces for Belizean athletes to thrive and fans to enjoy. Our new basketball and multi-purpose arenas have proven their worth, attracting regional and international sporting events and hosting expos, conferences, and proud graduates. Your government moving Belize forward.
Welcome back to the Sugar City Morning Show. 24 minutes after 8 o'clock. Minister Aragon and Robert Checker Usher with you. Minister, we are back on the show.
Yes, man, yes, and that's good. It's good, Checky.
Yes, yes.
But definitely, Checky, I wanted to continue because we never finished with what all we were doing in the East, you know. I just would like to say that likewise, the East Committee and myself, we are organizing a barbecue sale for this Saturday.
Nice barbecue.
Yeah, of course, you know how we do it.
Yeah.
Yeah, and this barbecue sale will be done right beside Dickerson Supermarket. We'll be right.
That's a new
there.
one on Belize Road.
On Belize Road, right at the side of that, we'll have our tent there, and we'll be doing the barbecue. You know, most of these tickets are pre-sold.
Yeah.
You know, so there really no impact nobody out there. They are more than likely most. You know, our committee is very active.
Yeah, and big too.
You know, and big. So when we do a barbecue sale, most of the tickets are sold. But we will be having a few out there to sell to people who drop by. And we're inviting the public to drop by. You know, and I'll be out there for a little while. This barbecue sale should have been done last week, but we put it off because of the National Party Council meeting that we had this Saturday. We could talk a little bit about that after this. But definitely the fact that we had to postpone that, I put it for this Saturday because I say I have the full whole day out there. But what happened is that now they moved due to this incident in terms of the four air wing personnel that passed away, there was a police graduation, right, for the recruits that were in. Remember, a lot of these recruits have completed their training outside in terms of the various precincts and police stations across this country. So now they have returned back, and now they are going to have their pass out, and that should have been this Friday. But because of everything that is transpiring, they now pushed it back to Saturday. So we are going to have the police graduation this Saturday at the Police Training Academy in Belmopan. So I will be here in the morning Saturday early, and after that then I will proceed to be in Belmopan at 10, no?
Okay, busy.
So yeah, busy, but we can't hold back no more.
You have to look after the work of the people, right?
That's right,
So by what time people could go there and get the nice barbecue?
Well, I think barbecue will be ready from about 10, I think, 10 up, 10, 11, 12, I think so. You know, we have our committee, they'll be handling this, and tickets will be are available at the East office and from our East committee members, so you could check with them, or you could drop by Yana while we are doing the barbecue, and you know, you get your barbecue. You know, these are all about engagements with the community. True. So that is what is happening here this Saturday, the 7th of March,
so
right beside Dickerson.
Folks who have bought your barbecue ticket for the Orange Walk East fundraiser, your barbecue will be right on Belize Road beside Dickerson Supermarket, the new supermarket on Belize Road, and your barbecue is supposed to be ready around 10, so be there.
That's right.
And if you don't get ticket yet and you want tickets, you can get it at the East office.
That's right, the East office, so just drop by there this Saturday. You'll see our East committed people out there doing the barbecue, So
I'm looking at something here, Minister. I'm gonna hear about long time baseball.
Yeah.
What about baseball equipment? Long time I hear about baseball and softball.
Right. Well, what is happening is that again, yesterday we donated to the Champion Ridge. There's a group of women that are out there, baseball team that they have actually. And we donated to them, I think, 4 mitts. We donated to them a baseball bat. We donated to them likewise 4 balls.
Okay.
And some head, I think about 1 or 2 headgears and cup and what they call this protective gear for the backstop.
Okay.
Check it. That sport, baseball, is a very expensive sport. Exactly. These are the women out there that were so glad to receive the equipment that we gave them. It's been a time in the making because, they've asked for me, and I said, let me try to get some of these equipment. And every time you go, you say that we have to gather the equipment and get it ready for them. And, I feel very good that they were able to get this equipment. We gave it to them yesterday. Okay. And I will tell you, from once we give it to them, then they play ball again. And in terms of having more gears, more kits, because if anybody know about baseball, they will tell you these kits cost money. They're not cheap, it costs money. Just the baseball bat, at least $100
if you want to get the real good ones.
Yeah, real good ones. So it costs money. Everything costs money in terms of baseball.
So with these girls, you want to give them better ability to engage in the sport more.
Definitely, and I think the females were quite happy yesterday in terms of having received this. And I know they'll put it to good use because, they tell me, Aragon, we come out there nearly every evening, control and ball there, and they feel very good that they are now the recipients of these
gears.
So, and I'll tell you, if anybody knows about these equipment, they cost money. They cost good money. They're more expensive than the football.
Wow. And it's something important, Minister, because, sports opening up and
exactly.
It encourages them to stay in it, and other young people go around and they see it and they get in that doing something positive for the community.
And I must commend the young women in that baseball team in Champion Ridge, the females baseball team. Because they come and check on you and say, Mr. Aragon, you don't get it, and and I really appreciate that, And we were able to gather these equipments. Like I tell you, we gave them 5 baseball gloves, we gave them 5 baseballs, 1 bat, 1 helmet, and 1 catcher set along with the protective gear, and I think that will go a long way for them. And if you watch it, you will notice that they are very active out there.
Yeah,
and we must support our young people, especially the young women who want to be involved in sports. I think that's something healthy.
Yes.
It is something good for the village, and that is why we made that donation there, and I know it will go a long way, and it is much appreciated, and I look forward to going out there one of these evenings soon and look at how they relax and watching knock 1-2 ball out there,
Yeah, very good, very good.
Man.
Not because it's a small group of persons, then they are not important, right?
No, man, important. And I
Hello, good morning, Sugar City Morning Show.
Yes, good morning. Good morning, Robert. Thank you, yourself. Good morning, Minister.
Yeah.
Good morning, sir.
Morning.
Will it go good, man? Will it go good?
Can you please allow me that at this time also send my deepest condolences to the fallen heroes of the Belize Defense Force, my brothers. Right? It is hard for Belize today to see such an accident and 4 heroes have died. But on behalf of my family and the Yorkie East, I send my full condolences to them. Full condolence on behalf of Robert Lee.
Okay.
Former staff sergeant of the Belize Defense Force.
Yes, sir.
And Minister, I know you have been a lot for Oranjoa East, continue doing good work for the people of Oranjoa East. We're here, and I know we're prepared to serve our people in Oranjoa East. And I like to tell everybody, I can say to everyone, that you is the only representative that brings progress into the Oranjoa East. I have a lot to say about it today, but by the time since I'm in the morning to the spirit of my family soldiers, I will not say anything but good morning.
All right.
Thank
Okay,
you very much.
thank
So,
you,
Minister,
thank you,
when you engage people in these kind of activities, it's something very healthy. Once you got a lot of people involved in different things, you got a better community.
Yes, of course. I think it's always important. Our community, you know, I've always said it, Cheke, our greatest asset that this country has is our human resource.
Yeah.
You know, and we must be there to support our human resource, you know, and sometimes it's not easy because everything is money. Everything costs money. You're building a preschool, whatever you do requires money. You have to buy this, you have to get that. But to me, the most important aspect of that is that even if you had all the money, you still couldn't get it done if we didn't have our human resources. So they are the most important.
Yep.
And that is why we have to always do our best to continue to support these groups, whether it be 15 or 20 women who come out and want to do something. We have to support because it goes good. Yeah. It goes towards that good, how would I say, good for the community kind of aspect. Right. And we need to do these things and support it. And that is why, you know, I am very thankful for our East Committee, who is out there always looking to support good initiatives in the East. And I really thank them for that, because these are men and women who not get paid. They come and we have a meeting. Just last night we had a meeting to discuss the program that I told you, end of the month, end of the child stimulation month, in terms of the kids movie night.
For the movies.
And also they are working right now on an ecumenical service, and I think we will highlight that next week. So there's a lot of things that they are working on, and I feel very good for them, because, and I feel very good to be a part of this committee likewise, because, you know, these people are actively wanting to do something for their community, and you can't get better than that, you know, Cheke.
Yeah.
People take their time, their effort, and give their work, come out there to be a part of this. I think it's good, and I'm glad that we're able to, through them, support a lot of the initiatives that are being done, you know.
Yeah, Minister, you mentioned that the barbecue sale was supposed to be held last week Saturday, but it will be held this Saturday, and that was postponed because of the United Democratic Party had their National Party Council meeting. Can you give us some highlights from that meeting?
Of course. Last week Saturday we had the National Party Council meeting, and at that meeting, just for the public to know, and just for our UDP supporters especially to understand what is happening, is that at this point in time, you all know the situation in regards to where Jan Saldivar, Honorable Jan Saldivar, had resigned as party elect, and then days after he resigned as the cabinet minister.
Right.
And so what that has done is that has now left the United Democratic Party basically without a new leader elect.
Yeah, but we have a leader.
We still have the prime minister, who is the leader of the party, and you know, and the leader of government. But you know, there's a transition that has to take place, because the prime minister has said that he will be leaving.
Right.
So we have to find a new leader for the United Democratic Party. And so this National Party Council meeting on Saturday was held so that we could look at what the constitution of the party is saying in regards to how do we go about electing a new party elect. And what the constitution basically states is that we'll have within 35 days another convention. But we'll have 25 days starting from, I think, Saturday last week up to the 25th of March.
26th of March.
26th of March, where it will be open for nomination. So that means that if somebody wants to run for leader, then he must put his or her name between this period of time from March 1st to the 26th.
Who can apply?
The people who can apply has to be a sitting area representative, sitting minister of government, a cabinet member, and so we have up to our member of the house, basically the state, but I know a leader can be the member of the house, but for the UDP you'll have to be a cabinet minister that can submit his or her name.
The persons that have applied before in the name of the Honorable Jan Saldivar and Honorable Patrick Faber, can they still apply?
Well, as far as I know, it'll be open, and technically Jan Saldivar, they say, can apply. I don't know if it is wise or not, but
and that's up to him.
That is up to him, and that will be up to the executive of the National Party Council to decide on that. But I do think, from what I've heard, basically we have up to the 26th to submit names, And so any leader that is interested in becoming the party leader of the United Democratic Party has an opportunity to submit their names. If at the close of the 26th of March and there's, let's say there are 2 names or 3 names, then that means they'll have a convention. And that convention will be held on the 5th of April.
Yeah.
If there's no name that has been submitted, let's say it's only one person, therefore that person we will then move to have an endorsement convention for that person to be leader. So at this point in time, I think it is only a matter for us to wait and see at the close of that date what is the situation.
And this,
or if maybe a consensus comes before that. But in terms of the constitution of the party, we must wait for the 26th of March to see who all had submitted their names, and from there that will dictate whether we have a convention or we have an endorsement convention. So that is the situation.
If we happen to go to a convention, who are the persons that will be eligible to vote in that convention?
Well, again, if we go to a convention holding fast to the constitution of the party, we'll have to go back to the delegates of
the same delegates that voted in the February 9th convention?
The very same delegates that voted on the last convention here. So that is the constitution of the party, and we have to hold that. We have to hold fast to that. So that is the situation. So if we do go to a convention, the same delegates will be the ones who will have to come out and make that decision. No?
Yeah. Any other party matters that came out from that meeting that the public will need to know, apart from that convention?
No, apart from the NPC, I think, that was the main thing that had been touched on. And I will say that this is a transition that the party must go through. You have a lot of people who say, this hurt the party, this and that. The reality is that this is a transition process for the UDP. We have to find a leader, and I prefer to know that we are going to have these kinds of deliberations. We're going to have this kind of discussion to find the best possible leader for this party and this country, because the UDP has done well and has served this nation well. And I think that it is now a transition process where the Right Honorable Dean Oliver Barrow is now departing. So we have to find somebody new. And my hope, and my only hope is, and sincerest hope is to find that this party can look and put the right person forward. And I think if we really be objective on that and do the right thing, this party will have a great leader, and a great leader to move this great party forward, because at the end of the day, this is election year. We have to ensure that we have a leader that can take us there and ensure that we have a victory this 4th term going along,
Do you support that, Minister, to have a convention? Because speculations were out there. I say, the NPC, they come out and I say, okay, we have decided between the 31 of us that this person will be a leader, and then we'll have a convention to endorse him. Do you support something like that to elect a leader backdoors, or you support the convention?
Well, conventions are always good, I think, because you get your people involved. But I don't think we need to go to another convention. I wouldn't want to see us go to another convention. But again, you can't just leave it up for people to decide either, a few people. Mm-hmm. At the end of the day, this National Party Council wasn't about that, because I think the 31 representatives stayed for a further meeting. It was never about trying to select someone in there. It was about discussions in terms of the way forward and what needs to happen so that we could look towards this new convention. And I think that deliberations, I think about discussions, I think about all of these things must be had at the end of the day, so we could look forward as a party to see how we get the new party leader and how we unite behind this individual. It is important, I think, that this goes through the processes. It has to go through. It is within our constitution, and nobody will trump that, because at the end of the day, that is the constitution of the party. It must be upheld, because at the end of the day, we are a united democratic party.
And it says united democratic.
That's right. So I see nothing other than carrying out the process. But again, like I said, at the end of the March 25th, we will know where we stand, whether there is an endorsement or there is a convention that we'll go to.
Hello, good morning. Sugar City Morning Show.
Good morning. Good morning.
Good morning.
Yes.
Morning.
Morning.
Minister.
Yeah, morning.
Yeah, go ahead. You're live on the air. Go ahead.
Ok. Pues primeramente solo quiero felicitar al ministro por esos buenos proyectos que está hablando, que tiene en mente para hacer para la gente del este. Él, como es nació del este, él tiene el corazón al este, por eso él sabe las necesidades que la gente necesita en esta área.
Okay.
Eso lo quiero felicitar por todos los buenos proyectos que tiene en mente para su gente. A veces la gente siempre tiene negativas cosas para decir, pero él como piensa para su gente, siempre sigue adelante con sus proyectos. Por eso lo quiero felicitar, que siga adelante. La gente del este lo quiere, lo aprecia por el buen trabajo que está haciendo en el este.
Ok, muchas gracias
Thank you very much,
esas
Carla.
palabras.
Yeah.
You know,
People are not
esas
sleeping,
palabras
Minister.
¿Ah?
La gente no está durmiendo.
And you know, we feel very good for those words of encouragement, you know. We are there, like I always tell people, you know, this is my life. I tell my wife already too, this is my commitment to the people, and the day I can't make this kind of commitment and sacrifice, then I must leave.
Yeah.
Because it is a tremendous sacrifice and commitment, you know, Cheki.
Yeah.
And that is why I've always said, I don't say how politicians could they are so long. I can't see myself going for so long because it is day in and day out, you know. From when you get up to when you go sleep, you know, stop in dealing with the affairs of the people, and it is tremendous because we have, well, in the east we have a tremendous division, you know, 5 villages and a great part of the town, and so the amount of texts you get, there's not a day that goes that you know of at least 45 texts you need for catch up to, and every day that keeps adding up. So the work is tremendous, and I like the work. I love working with people because I think at the end of the day, the things that you can do to impact people's lives and assist them in their greatest of needs and do the great things for our community, I think that those things are priceless, you know.
Right, yeah.
Any day, at least you know you made that contribution to the people you have committed to serve. You have done so for your community. You have done so for people in their personal lives. I think those things are priceless, and I really like it. I've always believed in service. That is something that has been instilled from me from when I was very young, and it's been a part of my life, my upbringing, and that is what has made me who I am. And I look forward to continue working for the greater good of the people of Orange Walk East, you know. And everything we do is in a way to try to improve and help others. And this is a day in, day out job. We don't take no break after this. This is 24 hours a day.
Always work.
Always. And that is why you see we could always talk about what is happening. And I feel very good to come on the show every Wednesday now. You know why? Because we have to highlight it. Sometimes we are doing things and people don't really know.
Yeah, people don't
You know,
really
because
know.
it's not maybe this part of the LEAD project, but they don't know the impact your life,
Yeah.
etc. But we have to highlight these things. I think there's always said, if you not blow your own horn, who will blow your horn for you?
True.
So, you know, I feel very good about that.
Yeah, we're almost close to 9 o'clock, Minister, but tomorrow there will be a special meeting at the House of Representatives. What does that meeting entails tomorrow?
Well, I think tomorrow, if I'm not mistaken, we have the presentation of the budget tomorrow.
That's the first presentation.
Yeah, the first presentation. I'm not too sure about I think the PUP is trying to call a no confidence vote on the Prime Minister. I'm not sure if that will happen tomorrow. More than likely, maybe. But I don't think that will go anywhere either, you know. Yeah. But at the end of the day, definitely the presentation of the budget, and it is important because I think the people of the nation will get basically highlighted, and the debate will be held on if I'm not mistaken, the 19th and 20th of March.
That is
So
usually
we'll
for
have
2 days.
2
huh?
days, yeah.
Okay.
The debate of the budget will be held on the 19th and 20th of March.
Okay.
So, you know, this is a part of what happens every year in terms of the new financial year.
Yeah. Minister, this morning, what would you say to members of the United Democratic Party who might say everything that happened before the February 9th convention, after the February 9th convention, and they're hearing this and hearing that? What would you say that is being encouraging to the strong UDPs out there to have that strong hope within their party?
Well, you know, if you look at everything, the Utah investigation and all that has
Yes.
transpired there, what has happened in terms of Honorable John Saldivar, who was elected as the new party leader, and then 3 days later he was asked to resign as party elect, and then days after he resigned as cabinet member, and now we're going to a new convention. All I will say in regards to these things is that This is what defines the United Democratic Party, right? Because the United Democratic Party deals with issues that arise, especially if there's issue or allegations of corruption. And in this situation, in terms of John Saldivar, it wasn't about corruption in terms that there's proven any kind of corruption. It is about the fact that he basically lied to Cabinet.
Right.
And the Prime Minister promised the Belizean people if this was to come out in terms of text messages, etc., he would deal with John Saldivar.
And he did it.
And he did it. Unlike the PUP, who names were called in terms of where they got $1.7 million from the same Utah investigation, and names in terms of the Musa and father and son name came up, I think, and the PUP has done nothing about it. This is their trademark, you know, and that is why I say to the Belizean people, we have to be objective. We must be able to look at things. And I will tell you, at the end of the day, all this that has transpired shows that the United Democratic Party is the right party for this country. The PUP, on the other hand, condones these kinds of acts. They hide these acts. They don't deal with their people. If anybody out there could say that they have ever dealt with any minister in government, I want them to call this show right now and tell us when Johnny Briceño or Musa has dealt with any member of the PUP in terms of corruption, and that none whatsoever. And they can't say they never had corruption because they were the architects of corruption. They led the most corrupt government in the history of this country. But they did nothing to deal with their people. And the sad thing about it, Checky, is it is the same leaders who were the architects of corruption that led the worst corrupt government in the history of this country that are vying for political office this year. The very same people. And yet they had an opportunity with the Musa, I think, for the party, the opposition party leader, to do something and take action, and he did nothing.
Well, then why?
What does that signify? That signifies that they don't have what it takes to lead this country, where people are demanding a more transparent, that are demanding a less corrupt government, or a government that is corruption-free.
But they had a demonstration against corruption.
Yes, they had that, but that is the sad thing. This is, you know, and my thing is this. When you look at the United Democratic Party, the Prime Minister dealt with Penna. Penna was fired out of the UDP. You have other incidents in the past where Prime Minister has dealt with representatives.
Yeah.
You know, and even in this last case, the Prime Minister dealt with John Saldivar. This is showing you that the United Democratic Party does not stand for that and is not afraid to deal with it. Unlike the PUP, and I will always tell people this, the leader of the opposition cannot take no action on his members. Why? Because he's part and parcel of everything out there. Yeah. You know, they're not like if they're new people coming to the fore, you know, they're not new people coming and being wanting to be leaders of this country. These are the very same people who led the worst corrupt era in government in the history of this country. And people must understand that. And that is why even when these things came out of Utah, talking about the PUP, what they did in terms of how they get 1.7 million or whatever, nothing has been said about that by the PUP. And I am glad and proud to be a UDP, knowing that the Prime Minister has done what he has done, and knowing that we are going to a convention, and knowing that we are having deliberations, discussions, etc., and maybe even you could say confrontations, trying to get to the right leader. And I think that is right of a party.
Yeah.
That's not like the PUP where only go appoint and anoint people, you know. I do truly feel that the UDP has set itself apart again and again from the PUP, and the public must understand these things. Sometimes people say, well, the longer we take for finding a leader, the worse for we. I'm thinking, yes, I would want to agree that the quicker we do so is better. But we cannot forego the process that is necessary for us to find out the best leader possible for this party. And that is what is happening. And unlike the PUP, you can't compare the UDP with them. The PUP has set themselves on a pedestal of corruption. They have set themselves high up there in terms that they are and will always be the architects of corruption. We know that because these are the very same people who led the worst corrupt government in the history of this country. Okay. And the people will have to make a decision, Checky, right here on this election day, whether we go back to them people who devastated our country, or we carry on with a new leader in the UDP and move forward to continue with the prosperity and the good work at the UDP. The people will have to decide that. And at the end of the day, my brother, in the simplest of things, decisions we make in life, we have to do what is in the best interest of our country.
Yeah. This is where we live, man.
This is where we live. We have to make the best decision. And the decision is not difficult, because you just have to bring it down. You have put the man for mind your house where broke in your house last year. Will you put him to mind your house when you're going out? No.
Gone.
I don't think so.
Yeah.
But it is up to the Belizean people to decide, because I've always said, you get the leader you choose. You understand? It's simple as that. And if you choose the man who will ransack your house when you're not there, then that is the person you have chosen, so you expect that.
Yeah, well, Minister, it's 7 minutes away from 9 o'clock. You have this big barbecue sale coming up, and your message to your closing remarks, and especially your message to the residents of Orange Walk East.
Well, I just would like to say, Chaki, that you know what, again, I just want to reiterate our deepest condolences and sympathies to all the families of the deceased BDF Air Wing personnel, I can't say anymore in terms of what the nation is going through, what the military is going through in terms of the BDF and all the national security personnel out there. Because I tell you, we are a small nation, and everybody knows everybody within these departments, and we feel it out there. And on behalf of the Prime Minister and everybody out there, I just want to highlight to all the families out there our deepest condolences and sympathies, and it's a real tragedy, and at the end of the day, words can't express how we feel in regards to that, but it is the way of life, and we have to carry on. But I just wanted to highlight that, and of course to the people of Orange Walk East, I want to tell you that we remain committed. I remain committed to continue the good work of the Orange Walk East constituency with integrity, with honesty, and with a commitment and dedication to the upliftment of the entire East and for the greater good of our people who live and reside not only in the East, but likewise in the entire country of Belize. And with that, I come in and remain steadfast, committed to serving the people that have elected me and serving this nation.
Well, Minister, all the best to yourself and everyone in Orange Walk East, and we congratulate you and ask you to keep up the good work. We know you'll be going to Belmopan tomorrow when they'll be having the first reading, and other things that you'll be attending. They got a barbecue sale, so you'll be going for a pass out in Belmopan on Saturday.
We're going to have a funeral at Belize City Friday.
Yeah, so we want to wish you the best and hope to see you back on Wednesday.
Sure, man.
Have a good day, sir.
No
Will
problem.
You go to your office today?
Yes, I'll be there this morning.
All right. So, persons from Orange Walk East, the minister will be at the office. Thanks to everyone who tuned in to the Sugar City Morning Show, not only on North Television Channel 10, but on the East Radio. I want to say good morning to my good friend and my musician brother, Mr. David Villanueva. Good morning, Dav. Hope all is well.
Yeah.
So, folks, thanks Raheem for technical support. Thanks for everyone, the guys who came and shared the pictures and the videos with us this morning of the work of the Honorable Elodie Aragon, and they will be back on Wednesday again. So this show repeats at 9 o'clock tonight. Thanks to the persons who call. And we have the Channel 7 News repeating at 7:12 today, and 6:30 is the Hot News. So my name is Robert Cheke Usher, and for Elodie Aragon Jr., Minister, we say have yourself a wonderful day. So once again, Minister, have a good one.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Sugar City Morning Show.